I'm John Hinkle, the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church, located in downtown Murfreesboro on the corner of College and Spring. This is your Saturday morning preview of Sunday morning sermon, which I'm doing on Friday for a couple of reasons. One, I just got finished writing my sermon. Two, I've got presbytery on Saturday, so yay me. That's fantastic. Supposedly Brian Itzke and Patsy Coleman are going with me, so I'll be entertained. But that being said, I just finished the sermon for Sunday, and let's talk about it. Let's do a preview of it. So, as many of you know, Jocelyn Fisher is retiring at the end of the month, and one of the things that I wanted to do for Jocelyn to honor her, and not just honor her for everything she has done for First Presbyterian Church, but in many ways, this is just kind of my way of honoring Jocelyn for what she has done for me and my ministry. Is for the next several Sundays, we are going to focus our attention on three of her favorite anthems. The anthem we're going to look at this Sunday is the anthem called "How Can I Keep From Singing?" It's one of my favorite anthems that the choir sings. As many of you know, like the great Billy Ledbetter, I have gotten all my funeral arrangements kind of sorted out. As I've said, if you're around, you're not going to want to miss my funeral. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. I'm not sure what anthem the choir is going to sing at my funeral, but this may be a possibility. It's up there. It really is up there. I love this anthem. And I love this anthem for a very specific reason. It is an anthem that reminds us that even in life's struggles, we are called to cling to our faith that we have in this life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. And that so often in those struggles, if you're like me, what we tend to focus on is less on Jesus, on the life, death, and resurrection, and more of kind of the byproducts of being in a relationship with Jesus. We talked about this in Holy Week on Maundy, Thursday, of this notion that, even Jesus asked God to take the cup away from him, but at the end of the day, what he held on to is that he would cling to God's will for his life. And that's really kind of what this anthem reminds us of, to cling to Jesus. Not what Jesus can do for us, but to cling to Jesus. Our text comes from John's letter of his Revelation, so the book of Revelation. We don't have a lot of time on Sunday because I could take days talking about who John possibly could be. Some say he was the apostle. Still others say that he was simply a disciple of Jesus, but not necessarily the apostle. Some say he's just a guy who's in exile on an isolated island off the Greek Isles called Patmos. But what's fascinating about John's revelation is that he wants to really achieve two things as he writes this. First, it is to talk about the loving sovereignty of Jesus Christ. And second, this desire we should all have for patient perseverance as we move along this life journey we are on. Notice what John isn't hoping. John, I'm sure he desires to get off that island. He desires for his pain and suffering to be over. He may even desire that his enemies be vanquished, but that's not what that's not what the revelation is about. The revelation is about a faith in Jesus and seeking patient perseverance as we move through this life we're living. So that's what Sunday sermon is going to be about. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. In fact, I am looking forward to it. I've been thinking about it for a while now. I was thinking about it ever since Jocelyn told me she was retiring. And so I hope you are, if you're in town and not on our spring retreat at Nakomi, we look forward to worshiping with you. Remember, there's just one worship service this Sunday, no Sunday school, 10:15. Okay? 2, we still need your reservations for Jocelyn's going away retirement party, which is on the 14th, May 14th. We hope you can make it. And 3, I don't know if I have a 3. So shout out to all my super fans. I even got a shout out from the Ships, who are all the way in Spain listening to the Saturday morning preview, Sunday morning sermon. We won't be seeing Savannah. I think Savannah will be gone to her sister's graduation, but so we'll miss her sitting up front. Of course, Glenn Emery, Marcy Richmond, and all the rest of you who quietly love Saturday morning preview. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.